Christmas is one of the world's most celebrated holidays. It's so big, most of the world's businesses shut down and people spend time with their family, eating, drinking and watching Christmas movies. There are lots of Christmas movies and Christmas songs, but Christmas games aren't really a thing. I mean, there are a few terrible Christmas games like Home Alone or We Wish You a Merry Christmas, but they are super obscure, so we have to rely on other games to get us in the Christmas spirit. So, here are 10 Christmassy levels in non-Christmas games. At number 10 is Hitman Blood Money, You Better Watch Out. Agent 47 is the sort of guy that just screams Christmas cheer. You can imagine him joining a family on Christmas, even snuggling up and watching a Christmas movie, waiting for them to fall asleep, then sneaking upstairs, grabbing the stockings, filling it with pool balls and assassinating them, as that was the mission all along. In the game Hitman Blood Money, for the mission You Better Watch Out, he attends a Christmas party that is more his style. An adult movie producer is throwing a Christmas party and Agent 47 has gone along to take him out. There are the usual Christmas things, decorations, snow, a gun, Santa costume, another gun. You must infiltrate this party, find the target and take him out. To make it even more Christmassy, you can throw him off the top of the building, just in like that Christmas movie, Die Hard. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I don't care what anyone else says, it's a Christmas movie. Yippee-ki-yak under buckets. At number 9 is Bully, Christmas is Here. Bully, known as Canis Canamedi in the UK, released back in 2006. The announcement and lead up to the game was pretty crazy. For some reason, before the game's release, the media and various politicians tried to get it outright banned. They thought the game would be some kind of bully simulator, and Rockstar had a reputation for pushing the boundaries of what was okay in gaming, especially after the whole hot coffee fiasco. The game focuses on Jimmy Hopkins, a student who was dropped at Bulworth Academy by his mum, who was going on a cruise. Jimmy had already been expelled from several schools for bad behaviour. Throughout the game you must keep an eye on the time and attend certain classes at certain times throughout the day. This is a major part of the game. You must stick to the schedule and use your time wisely to carry out any tasks you need to get done. There is, however, one day in the game that all that changes, and that day is Christmas Day. At the beginning of this mission, you hear an announcement that your mum has sent you a Christmas present, and you must go to the head teacher to collect it. This Christmas level is covered in snow and Christmas decorations. It has all the Christmas things you would expect to see. You can vandalise and smash up Christmas decorations as a drunken Santa who wants you to take photos of kids on his lap. Yeah, I think that's weird too. You can throw snowballs at passers-by, and you can even perform in a play. This is a nice change to the general gameplay, and it's good to see that no matter how naughty or tough of a boy you think you are, if your mum buys you a horrible Christmas jumper with a reindeer on, you will always wear it, no questions asked. At number 8 we have Borderlands 2, How Marcus Saved Mercenary Day. Borderlands like to give us oddball DLC and missions, such as the side quest in Borderlands 2, Shoot This Guy in the Face, where you stumble upon this non-hostile psycho called Facey McShooty, and the only objective he gives you is to shoot him in the face.
Need a face shot! Boom! Squish! Yay! Shoot me in the face! In the face! Do it! Shoot me in the face! Face!
It's no surprise then that they decided to do their own version of a Christmas mission. You get recruited by Marcus to help save Mercenary Day, which is their in-game version of Christmas. It's a commercial holiday invented by the Dahl Corporation. You go through a magical wardrobe to a Christmas land called Frost Bottom. Here, you are tasked with finding a missing weapons shipment. You fight waves of snowmen, there are yetis, and eventually even a giant snowman called the abominable Mr. Tinder Snowflake. If you succeed, you'll be able to collect presents from under the tree and get a train full of weapons. It even has their take on Tiny Tim, with the smaller than average Timothy. It's short but pretty damn good. Nothing puts you more in a Christmassy spirit than guns, killing and taking everyone else's presents from under the tree, right? At number 7 is Banjo Kazooie Freeze Easy Peak. Banjo Kazooie was released in June 1998 and exclusively for the N64. Developed by the talented team at Rare, in the game you play as Banjo, a lovable bear, and his feathered companion Kazooie, who are on a quest to rescue Banjo's sister, Tootie. The game features a vibrant world filled with clever puzzles and plenty of collectibles. There is also a Christmassy world. There is no denying that this is probably the most Christmassy world in any game. It has giant Christmas trees, snowmen, Christmas decorations, Christmas lights, Christmas presents, sledging, and you can even be turned into a walrus, for some reason. It also has a great Christmas soundtrack. There is snow everywhere and it's just pure, unadulterated Christmas. They don't make games like this anymore, and it's such a shame as they were so goddamn good. And number 6 is Saints Row 4, How the Saints Saved Christmas. Saints Row has always been over the top with pretty much everything they do, and the DLC, How the Saints Saved Christmas, is no exception to this. You get to fly around in Santa's sleigh, but instead of flying around like the real Santa does, delivering presents to all the good boys and girls around the world, you shoot explosives from a turret. The story of this DLC is that Santa is stuck in a simulation and is losing his Christmas magic and cheer. His workshop has been taken over by the villain, Claus, who has killed all the reindeer and now has an army of murderous robot reindeers. Side note here, you have to put your hand up the back sides to disable them.
Turn your head and cough.
Weird, right? You fly around on Santa's sleigh taking out numerous Christmas-themed enemies such as giant elves, gingerbread men. This, somehow, and I'm not going to lie, this doesn't make sense, but somehow, helps to restore Santa's Christmas magic and cheer and save Christmas. It's actually a few really good missions, and I really recommend you should give it a try. Just make sure the kids are around because it's not really family friendly. At number 5 is Duke Nukem 3D, Nuclear Winter. Not all the games with Christmas levels or modes are actually good, and Duke Nukem 3D Nuclear Winter is unfortunately one of these. It isn't even liked by the long-time Duke Nukem fans. The levels were just reskins of already existing levels, and the game had no additional voice acting, so lines were recycled from previous games too. It was also labelled as sexist, as the enemy elves in the game were with a group called FEM, the Feminine Elven Militia. Anyway, enough of the hate. In this expansion to Duke Nukem 3D, Santa has been kidnapped by aliens. They have brainwashed him, and it's now your job to save him by using the only thing Duke knows how to do: shoot everything and everyone in sight. The enemies are classic enemies with a festive makeover, and you must collect keys to progress through the level, and eventually you must kill Santa too, as this somehow releases him from the brainwashing powers. I'm not sure how killing him doesn't actually kill him, but once you've done so, Christmas is saved. Thanks Duke for proving that all problems can actually be solved with violence. Now before we move on, take a look at this graph. Quite a lot of you are watching but haven't subscribed yet. Please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future content. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, it's the best way to support my channel. Thanks for watching, I do appreciate every single one of you. Now back on with the list. Down at number 4 we have Shenmue, Christmas on the Beta Street. Shenmue is such a weird game. It has so many realistic features and it was way ahead of its time. From the NPCs who all had their routines, the realistic weather patterns, or the fact you actually have to go get an in-game job. Every detail in this game was extremely well thought out, and this is why it has such a cult following. The game did hold the record for the most expensive game ever developed, coming in at a whopping $70 million, which would be around $130 million in today's money. Because the game was so in-depth, it even had a realistic in-game date and time system, and from the 15th of December the city would be Christmassy. The weather would change so that it's now snowing, the city had Christmas related signs, the shops and businesses on Christmas decorations, and you could even bump into Santa Claus himself wandering around the city.
Me? Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! Oh, hello there! Don't miss the special Santa lunch box set at Hoku Hoku Lunches.
Shenmue was a game way ahead of its time, and I can't imagine a game with this amount of immersion ever existing today, in a world of remakes and remasters. We could do with a remake of this so a whole new generation of gamers can experience this weird masterpiece. At number 3 is Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko Horde Broadcasting. Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko is a 3D platformer released in 1999, in which you play as a titular Gex, a wisecracking gecko obsessed with pop culture. The plot follows Gex, trying to save his partner, Agent Extra, who is trapped in the media dimension.
Hey Tiger, guess where I am? Trapped in the media dimension. Rez is back and he's kidnapped me to get to you. He's attacking your secret island cave.
Hey, speaking of secrets, you want to see my...
Gex, quit clowning around and get me out of here.
Gex must save her and goes through various different worlds, one of which is called Holiday Broadcasting. It's a Christmas world full of dancing candy canes, Christmas presents, Christmas lights, Christmas presents, Santas, Christmas presents, and even snowboarding. It's full of innuendo and little in-jokes that only parents will actually get, like the graffitied posters that have changed Santa's workshop into Santa's sweatshop, or calling Rudolph the brown-nosed reindeer. This level is just full of Christmas spirit and really does get you in the mood for Christmas, even if Santa is a bit of a terrible boss. At number 2 we have a pretty new one, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies, Jingle Hells. The Zombies mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is back on form. After a few releases that really dropped the ball, Treyarch have really knocked it out of the park with this one. The Zombies mode currently has 3 different maps, Liberty Falls, Terminus and Citadel de More. They are jam-packed with Easter eggs and secrets to uncover. One of the maps, Liberty Falls, which is set in a small town, has just had a reskin with the Jingle Hells map. This is the same location as Liberty Falls but with a festive flair. To start with, the map is now covered in snow. When you first load up, you see Santa and his sleigh being pulled by a bunch of vermin with antlers.
Welcome to Liberty Falls. Population
There are snowmen scattered around, and if you destroy them you can get loot, or there could be a zombie inside. Speaking of zombies, they all have festive wardrobes. There's new power-ups, naughty and nice, where you can either receive gifts or vermin. There's even snowballs scattered around you can throw at the zombies and freeze them. It's a great mode and a great twist on an already great game. Well done, Treyarch. Finally, at number 1 we have Kingdom Hearts 2 Christmas Town. Kingdom Hearts is one of the most complicated stories ever told. I can't even begin to understand what is going on. This being said, the games are always great. All your favourite characters from many different franchises, all in one game. At some point during Kingdom Hearts 2 you will find yourself in Christmas Town from The Nightmare Before Christmas. What could be more Christmassy than a whole town full of Christmas? It has all the things you would expect from Christmas Town, and if you've seen the movie you'll instantly recognise it. It has giant Christmas tree, lights, candy canes, Santa, a sleigh, and even some of the characters from the movie such as Jack Skellington, Sally and Oogie Boogie. It doesn't sound like it would work at all. Disney characters like Mickey and Donald in Christmas Town with Oogie Boogie, Jack Skellington and Santa, or Sandy Claus as they call him.
That's where Sandy Claus lives.
And if this doesn't get you in the mood for Christmas, then I don't know what will. And that's it, my list of 10 Christmassy levels in non-Christmas games. Do you have any that should have been on this list, or do you know any Christmas games that are actually good? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you here next time.